Singapore, they didn't, even if they killed 70,000 Chinese in Singapore, local Chinese. Tsuji Masanobu, the famous bad guy, they ordered to kill them randomly. Actually, randomly killed 70,000, and Lee Kuan Yew almost killed. Okay? And this is, even if so, bad thing for Singapore, but they like us. This is actually is all spread all over Asia. China is different. China is also don't consider it, and that Chinese people, they don't think of nothing at all. And I've been to Nanjing twice. Government invited me to make a presentation. I went two times, invited by Chinese government, and I just visited there. And nothing about Japanese recognition or Japanese invasion. They don't know nothing at all. Actually, they didn't. They killed 40,000, but this is a captive. Right? Captive. They killed 40,000 captive. They never killed local people. Actually, they spread all over China. They killed many, right? But for Nanjing, they didn't do nothing at all. I know the Japanese people, like real estate company present there. Also, my friend Chinese there, but they told me they don't know nothing about that. This is true. So we're going to change European people's common sense for World War II. It's changing the common sense is almost impossible. That's the reason why I try to write the book. This is true. What's the truth? Only the picking English source, so English material, no Japanese. So,
which is also not true, of course. But I would be very curious to learn why, for example, people in Myanmar would see Japan positively to work on a dead-end project like the Burma Railroad.
This is only for
killing people left, right, and center.
Only British people.
So many people, not only British and Dutch.
No, not local people.
Because local people died more than the British and
but no, they are starvation.
Right.
But same rate.
Yeah, but
okay,
so
same rate.
British and
British is different. British what different is there are big gap for the standard level of life. Okay, they try to ask the Japanese soldiers.
I think 70% of the people who worked on the railroad didn't survive.
No, not 70. No, not much.
Not much.
Do you know how many captive people?
Uno-san, my grandfather is a survivor of the
Burma
Railroad.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Do you know how many people?
Yes, he is a survivor of the Burma Railroad.
Do you know how many people are captive in Singapore?
I think you just said 40,000.
No, 70,000.
70,000?
Do you know how many people are going to Burma?
I don't know how many people went.
Yeah, I think if you are interested, you can bring my World War II, my material. This is written in English. You can read it. This is fact. Okay.
So, but basically, a lot of people died working on the Burma Railroad line, not because they were killed, but because of starvation and exhaustion.
Almost people not starvation. Almost people pest, and also the local disease.
There was no food.
Yeah.
And it was clear.
Local disease, because this is why British people death is very weak for the local disease compared with Japanese soldiers, the local people. Japanese people is very much poor compared with British soldiers. Very poor. And basically, the Japanese government cannot wage war against United States. They cannot do that.
But they could never have done it if there was not a war going on in Europe.
No, scale is not Germany. Japanese government, they don't have money. Okay, they don't have weapon. They don't have food. Nothing at all. And they try to invade Singapore by bicycle. So this is ridiculous, but still they won.
Yeah, sure, but of course there were no soldiers. Everybody was in Europe fighting a different war.
Oh, okay. Japanese cases, there one difference is they have. That's the reason why after World War II they independent, right? Because they.
Oh yeah, sure. That's why also why Japan was appreciated, of
They
course, because
respect.
my enemy's enemy is my friend.
No. They local people observe Japanese soldiers, and they got to have lots of confidence. How come so poor people want British? How come people want Dutch, want America? It's a big gap, right? How big gap is 1/10? Right? This is completely different. They are the Japanese soldiers is exactly the same as the local people level of life.
But of course, at that time, the colonial powers were all fighting a war, so there were no soldiers. There was no military power left in Asia.
No, but the Asian people observe Japanese people.
Oh,
even,
yeah, sure.
Even if they are not soldiers, but
of course, and
but,
a lot of people were trying to fight independent war, and I'm not saying that what happened in Burma is unique, because we did the same thing when when the Dutch governor Koen was trying to make a infrastructure project connecting the south with the north of Java, killing I don't know how many people. It's ridiculous how many people were killed. The same ridiculous project was started from Burma, because there were no supplies coming in from the eastern side, from the ocean.
Okay. You had
No
better
food.
English material. I'll give you. This is different they are talking about, but this is based on overseas, article, not Japanese biased information. Japanese material not reliable, right or left. Okay. So I didn't pick any kind of Japanese material for my book.
So, but what according to you was the reason why they for example made the Burmese railroad track? Why did they make it? For supplies, right?
Unbelievable! Just only 1 year.
Yeah, but why did they make it? What was the reason to do it?
Oh, this is a Japanese government problem. This kind of decision making held in headquarters in Tokyo. Everything crazy decision made in headquarters.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a problem. And the local soldiers is a very pity.
Exactly.
Like, do you know the Manchuria and Beijing and 4 kilometers and 350 kilometers wide, and they said this is no war zone, Beijing to Manchuria.
Right.
The headquarters they decided no war zone. Do you know what I mean? Local soldiers, what they did? Kill them all. I don't know. 1 million, 2 million farmers. If this area, okay, no war zone means that they take them out this area, right? But the Chinese farmer never move, right? So local soldiers kill them all. It's crazy decision headquarters did. This worst case. That's they so-called kill them all, rape them all, loot them all. So Chinese people call this strategy, this decision. But this is a crazy decision.
Brut und Boden. In Germany, that's the same.
Yeah.
Brut und Boden.
Yeah, this is headquarters decided. But also another crazy decision is headquarters. If you're going down from Shanghai to down to south, you try to get food from local people. What this mean? Kill them all. Actually, kill them all. That's the reason why Chinese escaped 30,000.
So that was basically the big problem about moving beyond China into Indonesia, into Malaysia.
No, it's crazy.
That was not possible. So
It's crazy, I tell you. But Indonesia and Philippines and Malaysia, no battle.
yeah,
Okay?
no,
battle.
because
So this is
because there were no soldiers, and the local people were glad to get rid of the
China
British.
is different.
Yeah,
China is all over the world, all spread all over China.
No, I think we're
Chinese
talking,
soldiers.
I think we're talking.
battle all the way around.
I think we're on the same page, but what I'm saying is that those kinds of decisions that cost so many lives, and also of the Burmese citizens, I would be surprised if they would be very happy with those kinds of decisions to make that railroad track. It was necessary because otherwise they would lose the war to make the.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to spend, even though 70 years passed. but Japanese government, Japanese people never speak out, discuss about the war. But this is stupid, right? Okay, this is following Korean, opinion and European opinion, American opinion. They always, all the way around, Japanese is excuse and apologies and remorse all the way. Not otherwise, they never use it. But this is true, this is bad. Never say that. The first time I written down. Okay. So this is my book is World War II cases. Abe, okay, Prime Minister lead it, and he's going to talk with G20. He's going to talk with American parliament members, and they can discuss with those people. Comfort woman the same. Comfort woman, the Korean government tell a lie. Okay, lie. But back to the basic, okay, and history. Japanese did a lot of wrong things. Comfort woman is just right. But occupation, invasion, did a lot of wrong things for Korea. But we didn't know that. But this, we should accept that, okay? One example is Japanese, government occupied Korea, Chosen. At that time, 37% of real estate is they took from Chosen people to distribute to Japanese, immigrants. It means 37 farmers lost, land. It means they sold their daughter and wife as a concubine. 37%. They cannot sustain their life. So the current year, they said they sold their wife $100, daughter to $100. That's all. So they are starved. Okay? But this is Japanese government they did. But they say exactly same as the colonialism like that in Southeast Asia. But actually Japanese did wrongdoing, sort of thing, not comfortable. This is bad thing, terrible. And that's still they have Korean people, chosen people still some resent us, right? So this is the reason. So that one is we need to understand. Okay, what isはい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる専門性を持つ英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵法、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって、皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えています。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師がこう話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。で、以前はこれ有料だったので、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後こういうふうな研修をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて 資料作成をしております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対しても、いろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。